Home equity has been a hot topic in real estate news lately. And if you've been following along, you may have heard that there's a growing number of homeowners with negative equity. But guys, don't let those headlines scare you. In truth, the headlines don't give you all the information that you really need to understand what's happening and at what scale. Okay, let's break down one of the big equity stories that you may have been seeing lately in the news and, in my opinion, what's actually taking place. That way you'll have context. You need to understand the big picture. What you may be seeing is headlines that focus on short-term equity numbers, but they fail to convey the long-term view. One piece of news that's been circulating focuses on the percentage of homes purchased in 2022 that are currently underwater. That term underwater refers to a scenario where the homeowner owes more on the loan than the house is actually worth. It was a huge issue when the housing market crashed in 2008, but it's much less significant today. The media coverage right now is based loosely on a report from Black Knight Inc. The actual report from that source says that of all homes purchased with a mortgage in 2022, 8% are now at least marginally underwater and have nearly 40% that have less than 10% equity stakes in their home. If we unpack that for a moment and provide the bigger picture, the data-bound report from Black Knight is talking specifically about homes purchased in 2022, but the media headlines don't always mention that time frame or provide the surrounding context about how unusual of a year 2022 was for the housing market. 2022 home appreciation soared and it reached its max around March or April, and since then, the rate of appreciation has been slowing down. Homeowners who bought their house last year right at the peak and those who paid more than market value in the months that followed are more likely to fall into the category of being marginally underwater. The qualifier marginally is another key piece of the puzzle that, unfortunately, the media isn't necessarily including in their coverage. So what does that mean for those who purchased a home in 2022? It's important to remember, owning a home is a long-term investment. It's not a short-term play. When headlines focus on the short-term view, they're not necessarily providing the full context. Typically speaking, the longer you stay in your home, the more equity you gain as you pay down your loan and as the house appreciates. With recent market conditions, you may not have gained significant equity right away if you own the home for just a few months. But that's also true for many homeowners who recently bought their house and are unlikely to be looking to sell quite yet. Okay, that bottom line, as with everything, knowing the context is important. If you have any questions about real estate headlines or about how much equity you have in your home, let's connect. Message me, reach out, let's talk. I'm Michelle Sperry, your social network for real estate.